KHTS.
It is Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS. Make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. And speaking of the greatest Santa Clarita has to offer, we have a very special guest in studio, Ciera. And I just realized I didn't write down your last name. Ciera is here, and she is the director of a coming-up play. I'm going to get to the title in a second. It's a very long title. But she's also the co-founder of the Crossroads Theater Company. But the show is a hit Broadway musical, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and they are going to be at the Main starting June 29th, and a couple of other dates we'll get to in a minute. But Ciera, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good to have you here. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And so so let's talk about this a little bit. We're going to first talk about you're the co-founder of, and not only are you directing this play, musical?
Yes.
Musical, not a play.
Musical comedy.
Musical comedy,
Yeah.
which is, there's a distinction between that and a play.
Yes.
But you are also the co-founder of the Crossroads Theater Company.
Yes.
How did this come about?
We started about 2 years ago in 2016 with my co-founder, Samantha Raskin. It started off of a school project, and then we realized that, hey, we could do this. And so we started, our first show was Lend Me a Tenor, and it was a farce. We had it up and running within a month, which is kind of insane.
What?
And then we did the
That sounds like a farce.
Yeah.
Is that you got it up and running in a month?
Yeah.
That was a joke. That was, sorry.
And then we did the SCV One Act Play Festival, which is all originally written plays by local artists, and that was all directed, acted, and technically run by all students from and around SCV. And then last year, we kicked it off at the Main with Spring Awakening, and that was our first full musical.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, did you direct all of those, or what was the situation there?
For most of those, Samantha and I produced them. She acted in all of them. I directed for the one acts, and then I stage managed for Lend Me a Tenor. And Spring Awakening, I was out of the country, so I just produced that one. And then we just finished A Doll's House, so I helped produce that one. And then I've been directing Putnam.
When do you sleep?
I don't know.
Sleep is the cousin of death, right?
Yeah.
She's Ciera. Ciera, what's your last name?
Miller.
Ciera Miller. She's the director of the hit Broadway musical, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. It's June 29th is when you're going to be opening up at the Main, right down the street, a stone's throw away from KHTS. So there are June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, and July 1st. So there's two shows on July 1st, a matinee at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Again, at the Main, right down the street from here. So what stuck out to you about this musical in particular?
Yeah, it's a really unique show. It started from an improv show in the early 2000s at the farm, and so since it developed from improv, it has a lot of unique comedy that you don't usually see in musicals. So it's not boring, it's very fast, it's quick, it's funny, it's electric, it's entertaining, but there's also a very real aspect. It's very empathetic, so through comedy and through humor, you can get a glimpse into the reality of these students, which is a really fun and really cool thing to see. And then also every night, there's 4 audience volunteers in the show.
What?
So it kind of changes the vibe of the show every night. So it's really fun. We don't like to alienate the audience volunteers. We include them in the show. It's really fun for the audience. It's really fun for the cast members. So it's a really fun time.
So do you pick them at random? How does that work?
Yeah, so our spelling bee judges, they'll be in the lobby with the spelling bee sign-up sheet. And so you can sign up if you'd like to be an audience volunteer. And then me and my stage manager will go through and we'll just kind of talk to some of the people who signed up and see, because we don't want people who are actors. We just want real people.
Nice. That's awesome. Again, at the Main, June 29th, they're opening up. June 30th, there is also a show, July 1st, and a matinee and a 8 p.m. showing as well. It's the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. How did you, was theater always a passion of yours? Have this been, or was this something that came about the last couple years at SCVI?
Probably the last few years at SCVI, I started off stage managing, and then I realized that theater is something I really have a passion for, so I started directing, and since then I've just been directing and stage managing at every chance I get, and I'm currently working towards my bachelor's degree in theater with emphasis in technical design.
Okay, so that's the goal then.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Where are you going to school?
William Jessup University.
What is that? I've never even heard of it.
It's in Northern California. It's a small Christian school, but they have a really good theater program.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
Thank
you. For those who that don't know, tell them what they can expect from going to this show.
They can expect a lot of fun. Come laugh, spell, learn, and have a really fun time at the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
I'm excited about everything, but if you force me to spell, I'm not coming. So,
Okay.
I cannot spell. So
Okay.
I might have to leave before the first act is done. Yeah. So she's Ciera Miller. She's directing the 25th annual Putnam Spelling Bee, which is playing at the Main, right down the street from us on June 29th, June 30th, and July 1st, 2 showings. Ciera, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. A quick break. More on the way next.
Step into a